Brent Favre needs to lose their license. Just like every white man in America, another one does it again. Brent Favre is stealing from the poor and giving to his daughter.
He's turned water into wine. He's basically Jesus. So let's go. It says, are you going to ever talk about Brett Favre like you talked about Michael Vick? So Brett Favre took from the rich and gave to the poor, like Jesus. And then you got Michael Vick, who abused dogs, which is basically a full-fledged demon in human flesh. So
I forgot who we got. I forgot I got you on the side of me. You
can't disrespect dogs.
They're dogs.
No, dogs are our best friend. We could betray everything else and eat everything else, but not dogs.
So you never take your Mellow to Africa?
They don't eat dogs over there.
Yes, they do.
Well, then we're about to blow New Jersey up. But
hey man, but see the middle one. The middle one was never supposed to be there. I added it to it.
Oh, he just took $5 million from the poor. It actually turned out to be $1 million, and he repaid it. But now they're trying to be little jerk-offs and charge him the interest for him having the money for a certain amount of time. But all he was trying to do was help women's sports. Who's trying to help women's sports in this world? Nobody. You know who did also try to help women's sports? Kobe, a legend. So Brett Favre has the mama mentality and was trying to help women. So any disrespect to Brett Favre will not be tolerated in any way, shape, or form on this channel. He was the GOAT. He was my favorite player from elementary school all the way to college. I used to buy his child books at the Scholastic Book Fair and get his poster. He's the GOAT.
He wears Wrangler jeans.
GOAT status. Copper fit GOAT. Mountain Dew GOAT.
He doesn't have more rings than Tom Brady.
He didn't cheat. He tried to throw hard passes. That's why he got so many interceptions. He was trying to throw real hard passes. He didn't dink and dunk like a little bee and only throw 7-yard passes. Tom Brady has the arm of, Tim Tebow, which basically was like a baby arm.
So basically, to reel this on in, Brent Favre, so you got me thinking, see, all these cheaters. You got, Brent Favre. Brent Favre is out here. Supposedly, he texts the mayor of Mississippi saying, "We gotta do something about this. We gotta do something about this. We gotta get some money for this. We gotta give my old school a new gymnasium." Just so happened his daughter went to the school. They played at they had the gymnasium. I guess it wasn't up to par. He stole from Mississippi. Supposedly, Mississippi's like is poorer than dirt. I didn't even know Mississippi was that bad, but they're poorer than dirt. They have funds supposed to be allocated to the city, and once Brent Favre heard about this, he needed a piece of that pie.
Oh, but he's forgiven. He didn't get charged, and
it doesn't make sense. Just because you steal to the poor and give it to another poor,
he didn't know what was going on. If he knew what was going on, he would have been charged.
And
just because a couple texts was because he was worrying about other people getting in trouble. So he's like, am I going to get in trouble too? I think that's what those texts are really about. He wasn't admitting anything. And if they bring him on court, just plead the fifth, Brett Favre. I plead the 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth.
I just need to have a daughter because it seems like you get away with crimes when you have daughters.
I mean, he's supporting women's sports. Are you really going to hate on a man for supporting women's sports?
True that. I'm not trying to be like Andrew Tate.
He's the opposite of Andrew Tate. You took Andrew Tate off the internet. You're gonna leave Brett Favre.
God, like my co-host said, God turned water into wine, and women's sports needed Brett Favre, so he made it happen.
Yep, he took money and turned it into a women's gymnasium. But let's go ahead and move on from Brett Favre because we got nothing for love for Brett Favre. To me, he's the greatest quarterback that ever played the game. Better than anyone else. The most entertaining quarterback. If you also want to watch a super interesting game, Brett Favre also watched the game where his dad...
Falcons?
No, when Brett Favre was still on the Packers, his dad had died, and it was Father's Day, and he had the best game of his life right after his dad had died. Check out that game.